Hi everybody, Matt C. Son here. I just had a bit of a surge on my Facebook page, so I'm welcoming all of the new people on my Facebook page, on my Facebook fan page, which is the Perfect Affirmation page. So welcome, and please share these videos as much as you can. I really do appreciate it. I have a passion about healing and helping people heal and working with people, so I would like to share this as much as possible, so please do share away. Today I want to talk about something I've already talked about in the past, so I'm not going to get too deep into the philosophy of it, but it's what is the difference between anxiety and excitement, right? Again, in the past I've talked about how both of these emotions, both of these sensations pull your body away from homeostasis. And when your body's pulled away from homeostasis, you're out of balance. So both of these emotions or sensations, anxiety, fear versus excitement, right? They're both extremes of the scale. They weren't meant for us to be lived in. So that's why I have a little bit of a problem with some of the secret type philosophies out there that say you've always got to stay excited, you've always got to positive think, you've always got to feel good. You can't sustain it. This is planet Earth. We live in a place where it's up, down, left to right, tornado, stormy, sunshine, happy. It's more about learning to go with the flow. So here's the video if you want to see it. I talked about excitement and fear and how actually the best way to manifest something is more from being in the middle ground, more in a peaceful state versus excitement or fear. Okay, moving on. So what is the difference between anxiety and fear? So as I talked about before, fear, what does this do to the body? Fear increases the heart rate, right? Fear increases blood pressure, maybe even makes you flushed or something. But if you look at excitement, what does excitement do to the body? It does the exact same thing. Many times when I'm working with an individual, they'll tell me how anxious they are. But when I peel away to find out what's going on, a part of them is actually excited, right? But we've mixed in anxiety and excitement so close together that it's become hard. It's become very difficult for clients or for people, for anybody, to separate the two, right? And so many times when when we think we're feeling bad, a part of us is actually feeling excited. They're very closely related. Okay, let me look at my notes. Okay, so anxiety and panic. Okay, so anxiety, I'll tell you the quick difference. Okay, anxiety and panic, right? They tend to freeze you. They tend to move you, or not move you, but they tend to keep you in one place. A lot of people who are anxious, a lot of people who are in panic mode usually don't want to go out, right? Usually they want to stay holed up, right? And they're just waiting for the anxiety and the panic to kind of subside, to kind of move away. And this is for people who are usually even maybe always outgoing, right? So when they get hit with anxiety and panic, if they get hit with either a moment of it, or if they get hit with weeks or months of it, right? When panic just starts to take over, they tend to hold themselves up and they don't want to go out. Anxiety and panic, this is a big key. Anxiety and panic tend to have their roots in the past, right? I'm going to come back to that. But anxiety and panic tend to have more of their roots in the past. Okay, so let's look at excitement. Many times when a client presents with a sensation, they don't usually say excited. They usually say something like, God, I feel jittery. I feel antsy. I just can't stand still. I can't stand it. I can't take it, right? So it's like jittery and antsy. And then they'll usually call it anxiety. It's anxiety. It's just so anxious. When in actuality, it's more jittery and it's more antsy, right? Again, they're very closely related, but what's the difference? Jittery and antsy tend to be more future focused. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. This has to be accomplished. This has to be done. Okay, let me go back to anxiety and panic for a moment. Anxiety and panic is more about your spirit trying to get you to sit down with all the feelings that you've accumulated in your life as a result of all the things people said you should do, be, or act. and it's moved you away from your intuition. And by moving you away from your intuition, it's moved you away from your spirit. And your spirit is now clanging at you to say, please, we need to release this so you can come back to listening to me, so that I can guide your life, not what other people are saying your life should be or what you should do. The more you've moved away from your intuition, the more fearful your life becomes. There's a popular saying in the spiritual world that says something like love or fear. Love is the opposite of fear, or fear is the opposite of love. In all honesty, I don't buy that completely. Because even within fear, there's love. It's a quick example, and I've given this example before, but I'll give it again. It's like the mom whose baby or kid is crushed underneath a car, right? And it would seem like on the foreground that all the scared feeling comes up to the surface to create adrenaline inside of the body. So she comes underneath that car and she has superhuman strength and she lifts the car up and then gets her baby or her child out from underneath the car. Yes, there is fear in there. It's a ton of fear in there. But what's even bigger than that fear is her love for that child. The love is embedded even with inside fear. So the idea that fear and love are opposites of each other, I don't really buy into, because love for me is more like white light. And then when you put white light through a prism, all the colors come out, right? All those colors are inside of the white light. All the emotions that you experience are within inside your love, the love that's inside of you. It's just another topic for another time, but it's how you react to it. And it's what you do with it that matters the most. But it's all loving. It's how you listen to that feeling, sensation that does not seem loving. I hope that makes sense for now. But again, I'll do another video on that some other time. Okay, so anxiety and panic really is a very loving way for your spirit to get you to listen back into your body, which is connected to your spirit, which is connected to the universe. It's trying to shake you up, to shake off all the things that you believed in that have moved you away from your intuition, from your spirit. And it's grounded in the past. Anxiety and panic generally, like I said, tend to keep you holed in. You don't want to do anything. You're so scared to even move, right? Jittery and antsy, if you ever notice somebody who's jittery and antsy, what do you notice? Their legs are moving. They're looking around. They're looking around. That's more geared to the future. This is now about your body, right? Trying to get you to move because you've stayed in one spot for too long. Your spirit's saying, okay, we've been in this plane, this level long enough. It's time to continue. It's time to move on. It's time to learn some new experience, some new ways, a new way of living, a new way of life. And again, they're so closely related. Clients or yourself or people in general just tend to lop it all as anxiety. There is a difference. One keeps you in the past. One tends to move you forward. But here's the thing with jittery and antsy. Your body wants you to move forward, but now your human mind is going way too far into the future. All right? Maybe there's a project that you have to accomplish. But instead of focusing right here at this moment in the next baby step, you're going way out into the future going, oh my God, I got to do all this. I've got to do this step and I got to do this step. I got to do this step. And then all of a sudden, guess what that turns into? Anxiety and panic, because it freezes you. These are both extreme emotions. Extreme emotions are not meant for you to live in. Remember, it's not meant for you to live in. They pull you out of homeostasis. You have to find a way to release, not just release, I should say cleanse. There's this big buzzword in our healing community. It's talking about release these emotions, release these feelings, release these perceptions. Really, it's only energy. And it's energy in a way that if you don't give it a name, if you don't call it bad or good, it comes down to a basic essence of just energy. Why would you want to release a part of you that you could actually use for your own good? You don't want to. You can't release it anyway. But you can definitely cleanse it. Both extreme emotions need to be properly cleansed. How do you cleanse it? Well, again, another video for another time. But there's so many wonderful techniques out nowadays. But the main thing, when you're looking for your technique, find a technique that allows you to fully express that extreme emotion. Okay? And just a real quick tidbit. When you're in an extreme emotion, don't act. Even if it seems like an aha moment. Because aha moments come actually many times from an extreme excitement. Extreme moment of excitement. So just be aware of that. It maybe you know, there is probably some truth to that aha moment, but don't hold on to it. Okay, another topic for another time. I got so much to share with you guys, so I'm glad you're all jumping on board now. Okay, so anxiety again, anxiety, panic, rooted in the past, jittery, antsy, focus more on the future, but they all pull you away. It's in the past, it's in the future. They pull you away from this present moment. You've got to reground yourself in this present moment. How do you do that? One of the best ways is to focus on your body. Your body is grounded right here, right now, in this moment. It can touch this table. It can touch this wall. It can feel your skin. It's right here. It's grounded in this moment. Use your body as a way to ground those extreme thoughts and feelings into this moment, so that you can start focusing on cleansing one feeling, one thought at a time. Remember this, everybody. All feelings for any one moment in time are generally short-lived unless there's a resistance to it. Generally short-lived. The only times when they really keep going is when they're connected to other feelings, other thoughts, and it's going everywhere. All these extreme feelings and thoughts are creating more extreme feelings and thoughts, and you're now chasing all the extreme feelings and thoughts. Pull it back down into your body. Your body is grounded at this moment. It can handle one feeling, one thought at a time. Hopefully you've watched my video on the thought-feeling-sensation combination, right? Basically, you use that technique to cleanse one feeling, one thought, one sensation at a time. And you realize if you focus on one feeling, thought, sensation at a time, it moves. It moves to a different thought, feeling, sensation. But clear the first one first. Cleanse it first. Move to the next one, cleanse it, move to the next one, cleanse it, move to the next one, and then all of a sudden the body can feel respected, and it'll go, ah, and you'll come back to clarity, you'll come back to groundedness. So both of these situations, again, anxiety and fear, anxiety and panic, they're both, and antsy and jittery and excitement, they're both here to just kind of give you a nudge. Your spirit's trying to give you a nudge forward in some way, shape, or form. It's actually more so. Actually, it's trying to get you, it's trying to give you a nudge to come back to this present moment, because in this present moment, you will get the answers. If you're anchored in anxiety and fear in the past, or anchored in jittery actually, if you're anchored in anxiety and fear in the past, you will continue to get anxious and fearful answers, right? If you're anchored into jittery and antsy in the future, you'll be continued with getting overwhelming answers, both of which are not real. They're imagined situations. Come back to this present moment, clear the extremes, and then listen to the clarity, the intuition that is embedded inside all of us. It has the answers. But when you're in extremes, don't make a decision. Don't even act. Do your best to sit in it and move through it. I hope this helps. Please, if you have any questions, you're on my blog, right? Ask me the questions. It's down below. Have any comments, please comment. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Live in spirituality, but with practicality.